Alright, so guys, I want to address Magic Sorcerer because I feel it's overperforming and it should be nerfed before as well. Just like Werewolf and Nightblade, feel like Nightblade's getting addressed pretty good, and then Werewolf, they need to reduce the duration of Werewolf because legit, a Werewolf can kill you within like 7 seconds easily, and you can stay in Werewolf for a day. It's just retarded. There's no way of killing Werewolves, they're too tanky, so just make it so they get out of Werewolf sometime. Yeah. But yeah, Magsorc, right? This class always been overperforming, probably in the top 3 best class in the game since the beginning of the game, right? And never been addressed, right? There's been that legendary C-Frag stun nerf, which was totally deserved, and because of that, I feel like Zenimax are not nerfing Sorcerer, even though they should. Um, but yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't remove from the fact that even with the C-Frag not stunning, Sorcerer is the only class having 2 shield, probably the tankiest class in the game. Also being the class that has the most mobility and the best sustaining game with Dark Deal, and probably the best damage combo in the game by far because his abilities are retarded. So if you want to make it balanced, first of all, you gotta look on how C-Frag works because there's no fucking way C-Frag is 35% like proc chance. This shit feels more like 50% proc chance, if not more than that. Like, I'm gonna show you a video where I get 7 C-Frag in a row. I don't care who you are, how tanky you are, if you get 7 C-Frags shoot at you in a row, you're dead. You're simply dead. Even if you're a tank, you're just dead. Magsorc reduce cost passive shouldn't be a thing. They removed the reduce cost passive from CP because it was too good with shields, and they gave 20% reduced cost back to Magicka. I'm okay with the stamina reduced cost. They need it. Stamsort needs it, so don't remove that. Just remove the Magicka reduced cost and don't give it back. A 20k C-Frag, a 17k curse, then what is it? 11k flame reach, and I think it was an 18k endless fury with 14k overload and 6k damage over time coming from HO. How can that be balanced? That's a better kit of ability than if you give a Magden Purifying Light, Merciless, and Incap on top of having Sub Assault. Literally, Magsorc has a best combo than, let's say, a class that has Sub Assault, Purifying Light, Merciless, Incap. It's that bad. It really is. All Magsorc has so many hard hitting ability, I simply can't understand. Every class in ESO works that way. You get one ability that you place on your opponent and then you time something else with it. AKA either you're spammable, either you time a Purifying Light with a Force Pulse, a Sub Assault with a Shock Clinch, or a Purifying Light with your ult. Something like that. But Magsorc is not working like that. It has Curse and Endless Fury that you can time with a hard ass hitting C-Frag, and then if you have your ult, you can time it with an Overload on top of it, or like HO doing AIDS damage. I simply cannot get it. It's every other class is literally timing one ability with another, and fucking Sorcerer can time 2 abilities with a C-Frag, which is probably the most overperforming ability in the game. Now, it really needs addressing. Like I said, my C-Frag tooltip was 20k without the proc, which makes it, if you put the 20% damage increase, it makes it a 24k damaging ability. That's more damage than Merciless, right? I also got 7 C-Frag in a row, which is 7 C-Frag in 12 seconds exactly. Try to get 7 Merciless in under a minute, and that'll be pretty good. Like, Merciless is doing the same damage as C-Frag, but is way harder to get, and is kind of balanced. So if you want to make C-Frag balanced, make the proc chance 20%, And then C-Frag Morph should only make C-Frag instant. I don't understand why you got a morph that makes basically Dizzy Swing instacast, but on top of it, increase the damage by 20% and reduce the cost by 50%. Both that damage increase and the sustain, like the reduced cost, should be removed. Right? An ability that does that much damage that easily should be expensive. 3.5k Magicka is the same cost as Total Dart, and Total Dart is getting nerfed for being too good. And trust me, Total Dart doesn't deal nearly as much damage as C-Frag. And Total Dart has a cooldown. You cannot put Total Dart on somebody. There's a 5 seconds cooldown between every cast. There's clearly not a 5 seconds cooldown between every C-Frag. I'm sorry, but it's not true. Then Curse. Curse is true block. Curse is true dodge roll, right? It can crit. You compare that to Purifying Light. Purifying Light also does that shit, but Purifying Light kind of have a counter. If I put Purifying Light on you, you put me on my defense bar and I just spam Breath of Light, it's not going to damage you. Put Purifying Light on you, you just spam dodge roll, you just spam block, it's not going to damage you, like for a lot of damage. And then also Purifying Light is only once every 6 seconds. Curse is every 3 seconds, and you can like spam your shield and it's still going to do max damage. People can dodge roll, can block, it's still gonna do max damage. You can literally put your control on the table and it's gonna blow up twice in a row. Like it's gonna blow up after 3.5 seconds and then like 12 seconds. How dumb is that? I'm sorry, but Curse is the definition of overperforming, but I kinda get it. It's supposed to be, Curse is supposed to be your sub assault, it's supposed to be your Purifying Light, it's supposed to be your Merciless. It's supposed to be your ability that you time with another ability. So that's why I don't think that Curse should be nerfed. C-Frag needs to be nerfed, the reduced cost passive needs to be nerfed, and then the Endless Fury needs to be nerfed. Oh my god, Endless Fury. This shit is the only execute in the game that you can put on somebody, and then if you get your opponent under 20%, it's gonna blow them up. This is so much better in PvP than a normal execute, because if I use Impel on somebody that's at like 26% health, it's not gonna do shit. Right? It's just gonna miss. I'll have to hit it a second time. But Endless Fury, if I put Endless Fury on you, I got 4 seconds to drop you under 20%. You don't have to be good to do that. There's no like mistake you can do. You just place it and then you just gotta do damage. It's so fucking strong. And then like if you're playing a stamina class in PvP and you get Endless Fury and Curse, you're dead. No matter if you're trying 1vx, you get Endless Fury and you get like Curse, you're fucked. You gotta dodge roll, the Endless Fury is gonna like blow, it's gonna blow up for like 10k and then the execute is gonna finish you. It's just dumb. You gotta make Endless Fury just like Impel. Make it so it works at 25%, increase the damage of it so it's competitive with Impel. And yeah, remove the bullshit that like you can pre-place it 4 seconds before. That's way too good for an ability like that on a class like the Sorcerer, which has all the best ability in the game. It's overperforming. And with the nerf you're making with sustain, the increased cost of C-Frag and everything, giving Sorcerer a good execute is gonna make them hit harder in PvE than what they're currently hitting. So instead of making like Sorcerer unplayable in PvE, it's actually gonna make them better, and then it's gonna make them balance in PvP, right? So yeah, Overload needs to be reworked. You cannot be like able to hit something that hits for 14k at the same time as you hit something like a C-Frag, or at the same time as you hit something like a Flame Clinch or a Curse or Endless Fury. It's broken. It also gives back resources. It's dumb. It's like spamming Crescent Sweep at the same time as you can spam like Flame Reach. It's not meant to be in the game. And then Atro, 6k damage per second that goes through everything is just dumb. I'm sorry, like Atro has too much health. It's unstunnable now. And I mean, the range is crazy on it. You can Kai behind. It's too good of an ultimate. You drop an Atro, and by the time it's gone, you can almost drop a second one. Pets in general are busted. You need a rework pet. Like, now the bash mechanic is gone. Let's say I kill your pet, and I want to bash you to not let you use your pet again. I'm able to do it once, but then as soon as I bash you, it's done. You're putting back all your pets, and then I'm killing the pets again, and it feels like a game of PvE. Like fighting a pet sword, if you decide to go the way of killing the pets, which is the only way you might get to kill a pet build, you're literally doing PvE at that point. It's not even PvP no more. It's PvE. You're gonna be attacking the pets 90% of the time. It's just dumb. But yeah, that's my thought on Sorcerer. If you remove the reduce cost, I feel like the defensive from Sorcerer are not going to be as broken as they are right now because a Conjured Ward, a 11k shield that only costs 3k Magicka is broken. Also, if you block before you use your Conjured Ward and somebody hits you, it's going to reduce the cost of your Conjured Ward by 15%, which is going to make it cheaper than 3k. It's just dumb. But if you remove the sustain passive, I feel like the cost of the shield on max are going to be balanced. Then the damage is going to be balanced, and then the sustain is going to be balanced. It's going to be pretty much the same as every other class. But that's change you got to do. Remove the damage increase from C-Frag. Remove the reduced cost from C-Frag. Make Endless Fury like Impel. And then remove, I don't know if I'm repeating myself, but all sustain passive from Maxor. Rework Bolt Ultimate, and then you're good. That's how you get Magsorc somehow balanced. So I hope I'm not gonna get anybody offended with that video, because I know some people, when you talk about their favorite class, they get, you know, it kind of, they don't really like it that much. But trust me, I played Maxor. It's not like I hate on Maxor. Maxor was my first main when I originally started the game up to Imperial City. Then I've always played Maxor since. And I mean, I've pretty much seen it. It's always been pretty much the best class in the game. And I feel like right now, it's just so much better than everything else. And it's so much better than everything else at everything, which that's why it kind of has to be nerfed drastically. But yeah, um, I've played every class in the game. I don't only play Magplar. I played Macton quite a lot. Stam DK has been my main. I played every class equally pretty much. Maybe except Stamblade and MagDK. That were probably the class I played the less because I don't know, I didn't really like it. But other than that, every other class I played for so long. Like, it's not because I don't have clip of it on YouTube. Every single my character have literally every weapon level 50. Like Destro's level 50, 2H level 50, dual wield, a Restless Staff is level 50. I have like Mage Guild, Fighters Guild, Undaunted, Psijic on all my character. I've literally played everything. I race change my character more than like 20 times each. Like, you don't even know. So when I'm telling you that this is overperforming, it's not coming from somebody that's just biased because I only play, let's say, one class and I'm getting fucked by Maxorc. To be honest, I kill most Maxorc I fight, but it doesn't mean that they shouldn't be nerfed. When I get on a Maxorc, I can literally see how much easier it is to kill people on a Maxorc compared to a Templar and even a Magden. And I can see how easier it is to simply survive on a Maxor compared to a Magplar and a Magden, and then how easier it is to move on those class and sustain. So it kind of deserves a nerf if you ask me. So that's gonna be pretty much it. I'm out.